that I've seen that leaders do, because fear is a big part of what we do. I mean, this is you're learning something new, you're developing new skills, you're engaging in something new, is leaders attack their fears. They just don't allow them to exist, you know, when it comes to their business. They just say, okay, if I'm afraid of this, I'm going to go attack it. I'm going to do it over and over and over and over until I'm no longer afraid.
If I fear it, I must do it.
Yeah, if I fear it, I must do it. So the confidence comes from doing and changing your mindset and vision work.
Well, leaders do what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But see, the catch-22 is they're already motivated.
Yeah.
So if you're already motivated, you know, you and I are highly motivated, but we still have fears.
Sure.
So we kind of know how to take that motivation and channel it towards, okay, let's change the vision of that fear, let's attack it, let's actually dive in, let's bungee jump, you know. How do you bungee jump? You got to step off, you got to let go. And it's that way with everything. So, but that's leaders. How do people who don't have those distinctions replace confidence with fear? And I say you do that through vision work. Fear is a vision. And the way you replace a dysfunctional, disempowering vision is with a different one. If you have a fear of prospecting and what people will say, if that's what embodies here, the only way to get rid of it is not to say, oh, don't have that, get rid of that, Eric, don't think that. That won't make it go away. The only way to make it go away is to shove in this ear a vision of prospecting successfully over and over and over and over again. That's writing it out. That's visualizing and rehearsing and watching the movie and feeling how it will feel to engage people and have them go, wow, I can do that. A pivotal moment for me, a defining moment, I know you love to talk about that. I was 3 years in this business showing people the plan, sponsoring people that I, were like pushing ropes. I had to babysit all of them. And one day I showed the plan to a guy who said, I can do that. And inside I said, you can?
Yeah.
And he made me $100,000 in the next year. So you got to make it up. It's what differentiates us, human beings, from worms or ants or bees or pigs, is we have the innate, God-given, if you will, ability to create. We create those fears. When you have a dominant vision of your business of, oh, I can't do this, I don't know who's going to say yes, I don't know who to talk to, you make all that up. Those are rhetorical questions that have answers. When you say, who do I talk to, what you're really saying is, no one wants to do this.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. But, other animals in the animal kingdom, they don't have the ability to make that kind of stuff up. Nor do they have the ability to make up a replacement. They just go through their life eating and, duplicating. That's within surviving.
So what you're saying is, a person needs to spend a lot of time and a lot of focus on developing their vision.
Have to.
And replacing a negative vision with a positive one.
Yeah,
because that will flush the fear out.
Yeah.
That will change the motivation. That will kind of rewire the engine.
Exactly. And people think about vision as, well, I should have a vision about making $100,000 a month. Well, that's fine, but what you really ought to have is a vision about how you speak to people, how you lead people, a vision of falling in love with the idea of approaching people. Like, watch that movie, the movie of the way you move with people you don't know. You move with confidence. It's fun. People respond positively to you. They're grateful that you showed them an extraordinary opportunity. People say, like Jerry Schaub said to me, I can do that. That's the vision you want. You shove that in over and over and over again, the fear comes out the other side it has to. And all you need to do is do that long enough to get in action, to get some traction, so then you can look back and go, oh, I just sponsored Jerry Schaub, the guy that made me $100,000 in 1 year. This was 30 years ago, by the way.
When 100,000 meant something.
Right? No, it's not $100,000 a month, you're nothing. You got to do that. And it's vastly more important than training and techniques by the very example. If you were motivated enough, and just use the money as an example, per head, a headhunting fee, who would you talk to? What would you say to them? What would you say and do if they said no? And how many would you sponsor a month? And the answer, you know what? The answer is tons. you'd talk to everybody, you'd hone a presentation that would be killer because you do it so many times. And people who said no would be like, whatever, next.
Exactly.
You'd be blowing and going, and you do that for 6 months, and as you know, you'd have a pyramid.
Nice life.
This big of a pyramid.
Or a diamond.
Whatever.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, here's the idea. And I really like the idea of changing your vision. If there's fear in any part of what it is that you do, speaking, prospecting, recruiting, leading, relationships, time management, any of that stuff, changing the vision will change the outcome. Will purge the fear.
Always.
And if you really spend some time on that, examine what it is that you're afraid of and see how you can change the vision on that, work on that, that'll really work well for you. So, Richard, I appreciate you taking the time to be able to share again. And ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, that you change the vision from whatever it is that you have to something bigger and better and more exciting, because it is a fact that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.